Sneaker drops, PS5 chaos, ticketing rage, Michael Dodsworth lived it. And now he's fixing it. The founder of Fanfare joins the show to talk about building better fan experiences, the joy of bad 80s action movies, and why sometimes the best thing you can do is just get to the next boulder. This episode of the Rebel Rebel is brought to you by my book, Brand Jitsu. I've spent over 25 years in the trenches helping artists, entrepreneurs, and brands stop being ignored. I took everything I've learned, the wins, the hard lessons, the frameworks that actually work, and I put it into one book. It's called Brand Jitsu, Move Your Brand from Meh to Memorable, and it'll help you tell your story in a way that people actually remember. Get it at your favorite bookstore or visit brandjitsu.com. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rebel Rebel. I'm your host, Michael Dargie, and across the world from me, somewhere down south, maybe towards the Pacific coast, I've got Michael Dodsworth. Michael, where are you exactly?
I'm in LA right now. My accent is a little bit of a mess, so if anyone can place me, good luck, because I really can't place myself at this point. But yeah, I've made my way to these shores through San Francisco and then finally in LA for the last few years.
Oh, very nice. And just to sort of catch us up, what's your deal right now? Like, what's happening with your? Let's start with business.
Sure. So I founded a company called Fanfare a few years ago.
Okay.
And Fanfare is to help brands, retailers, creators, artists with their most anticipated high volume events. So think products going on sale, sneaker drops, live events going on sale, all of these moments that we've all been in. And the frustration for me as a consumer and having spent some time on the other side of the fence, being in those experiences, trying to get maybe not Taylor Swift for me, but Oasis tickets, or trying to get a Swift 2 or a PS5 or the Travis Scott Dunks. Like all of these events are highly anticipated.
Yeah.
They drive an entire audience and community to a brand. And it's a really powerful model to build fandom around a brand. But we've all been staring at those spinners, seeing those captures, seeing the inventory disappear onto the secondary market for 10x the price. Like all of those issues around those kind of events.
Feels like Ticketmaster.
I mean, I had a stint at Ticketmaster in acquisition, so we can certainly go into that a little bit more. But I mean, that's some of the frustration. Trying to fix that problem.
Wow. So, oh man, like all of a sudden, all these questions pop into my brain. So I'm going to tackle this right now just because I have to. So what does Fanfare do differently? Like, how does that help me as a fan? And is that what your job is?
Yeah, I mean, our involvement with the vendors is that we facilitate these kind of events. We try and help the brands build the anticipation. To help them send the announcements, help them figure out when and who they should reach out to structure that event. So maybe you want to bring your VIPs in first. Maybe you want to move them forward in line. Maybe you want to give them exclusive access to a particular launch. And then we will deal with that huge surge in traffic that you get. So we'll remove the bad actors. We'll capture all of that juicy first-party information about people showing up. And then over time, our plan is to introduce interesting things in that moment. So live stream, community chat, recommendations, discounts, like all kinds of things that we can provide for the vendor and give a consumer like a better experience in those moments.
Interesting. So, and just because I do have to ask so I mean, this is certainly more for the person who's promoting the thing, obviously, because it's for them to give them a better event. Does it help like Joe Schmo or Michael Dargie who really wants tickets to Taylor Swift? Like, does it help me at all, or is it like if I'm not a VIP?
The intent is to be that facilitator for people like Ticketmaster or whoever comes along to try and upend that monopoly. Like those kind of ticketing companies should have a better experience. So you will be going to a Fanfare provided event. We will facilitate that. We can, like I say, move you forward in line if we see that you're not a bot. You're a good actor. You've been here before. Maybe you're a big Swiftie. I can see.
I'm known for that.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Maybe we can move you forward in line if we see that you've been here a bunch of times. We work with like sneaker brands who people are just unlucky. right? You have like 3 million people show up for 50,000 pairs of sneakers. Most people are just going to be unsuccessful.
Yeah.
And you should reward those people. They keep coming back.
Right.
They keep trying. They're VIPs in the making. And
I love
you shouldn't
that.
squander that.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's so good to hear. A friend of mine, Andrew Fung, who's a Canadian television personality and an ex-loose mooser. I mean, nobody's ever an ex-loose mooser, but like he is a huge sneaker guy. Like, like he's got walls of sneakers.
Oh, yep.
And I know that I've seen, like, I can't even remember the name of the groups that he's part of, but like there's people that are like, they talk about drops. They talk about, the ones that they like. It's insane. So I totally get it from a fan perspective.
You kind of tap into a community when you do that, right? Like if you see that person walking down the street with their, whatever it is,
right.
Eureka dunks or something.
Right. All I've got is Air Jordan in my back pocket. I've got some Chucks. I got some ratty old Chucks. Yeah.
I like those. Yeah, but people who get involved in that community like feel part of something.
Yeah.
More than the brand. And I think that's if you can tap into that, it's really powerful. Like if you were going for a Birkin bag, for example, you can't just walk in to an Hermes store and buy a Birkin bag. You have to join a wait list for like 4 or 5 years, and then you can get your bag. Like
that's why they're so like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're
things I don't know.
Thousands of dollars. They can just dial up production if they really want to. They choose not to.
Yeah, well, or
is part of the process.
At one point I was in Manila and I might have gone into a mall that was filled with stuff that fell off the back of trucks, or maybe was slightly sort of brand, like Rolex.
That's right. Birkin with an E.
Yeah, but whatever, I'll wear it. It doesn't matter. Oh man. Okay, so of course, man, I could talk about that all day, but I don't want to talk about the business as much as I want to talk about Michael and what brought you here. Like, what is it about? What happened to Michael early on, or early days? Maybe you're 7 and you're, oh my God, maybe it was a cereal box and you put in all the box tops and you never got the prize.
I mean, that's probably part of it. I definitely remember limited edition launches where I was incredibly excited. I still remember, I think it was Super Metroid when I was maybe 14. I had a limited edition. I went down early. I queued up, and I was so excited when I got that home. For me, this came, like, I have an engineering background. And for me, this all started when my brother brought home a Commodore 64 when I was, I'm dating myself for sure, but maybe 8, 9 years old.
Yeah.
And
my brother from another mother.
Those things were, I think my mum probably still has it somewhere.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I'm sure the tape is destroyed. I think there's no amount of screwdriver in the top of it that's going to fix it.
Yeah.
But that's where it really, I think, started for me, because I could build things, I could experiment. It was cool and new, and I really liked kind of that problem solving aspect of it.
My parents bought us, my sister and I, a TRS-80 in like 1979, like the Tandy Coco color computer. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. I just like that you just brought me right back to my childhood.
Yeah, I love that thing. Like I've gotten emulators and things and gone back and tried to do a little programming. Like the loading screen is definitely part, I think, that's going to find its way into Fanfare.
Yeah.
You have the slow scrolling image that appears in a sub game before the actual game appears. That was it was a real commitment back then.
Absolutely.
I'm sat looking at a loading screen for 20 minutes. I really have to want to play this.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, I used to have we had this little four pen color printer. So 4-color printer, but there's a red pen, a black pen, a blue pen, and did I say red already? Anyway, it was just, that's how it, and it was about the size of a receipt printer. So we'd write out the code in BASIC to like create this picture of a car, right? Because that's how I learned how to draw on a computer. And then I'd print out the code and I'd find out where it went wrong. And then I would go.
Yeah, it's amazing. I remember getting a balloon to go across the screen. And that was it. I was hooked.
Yeah, we used to go hack Radio Shack. I don't know if you ever had those, but like Radio Shack was like this, mall-based computer store, and they had like these Tandys and Commodores and whatever. And so we'd just go into, we'd like line 10, go to line 10. Like we just, oh my God, so stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's how it all began for me. And my brother brought home more and more sophisticated machines. Like it was the Amiga, the Atari ST eventually.
Oh yeah, the Amiga was great.
Yeah, the Amiga was fantastic. Yeah. And I carried on programming, building things through university. And then I found my way down to London, started a company. It was a very small startup called Coral. It was a content management company in the UK. And we were quickly acquired by Salesforce.
No shit.
And in 2007, I and 6-7 people on the team got scooped up, got moved over to San Francisco. And that's how I found myself on these shores working in tech. And some really interesting times, some amazing people at Salesforce. We were fairly small, kind of sort of growing quickly, and some really gnarly issues of scale to get through at Salesforce. So, interesting time.
Damn, that's wild. Like I'm curious about that whole idea of like building this thing that's in your head and then suddenly getting like swooped. Like how does that feel? Like how did you get there? Like what were the moments where you're just like we're on the right track? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we were building something that was somewhat niche. It was content management for construction, which has its place, but it's not very exciting. And this was at the start of Web 2.0, and we had this incredible product manager, who saw what was coming, and we started to build something that was more generic. This is like Dropbox, pre-Dropbox.
Oh, wow.
And eventually we got onto the radar of Salesforce, I'm sure through a lot of hard work from people on the team. But they were on the lookout for something to replace their ailing old documents tab.
Wow.
And we were right there. We went through a bake-off with another company, and we came out successful. And that's when the due diligence started. I think it was actually a moment when Mark Benioff was with our CEO, Mark Suster, on stage introducing Coral and the acquisition, and all of the team just, crossed fingers behind our backs, like, don't fall over now. Whatever you do, don't fall over now.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was a wild time.
As a founder with some exits under your belt, like what's your scariest moments?
I mean, that's definitely up there. I mean, we've definitely been pushing for launches that have felt scary.
Yeah.
And, there's just not knowing how popular something's going to be, not knowing, like, you're never going to button up everything, right? There's always going to be things that are risks. You're never going to have perfection the first time you launch. So there are nerve-wracking moments when you're pushing for launch, when you're working those long hours and you're just trying to, steady the ship and, find out where the cracks are before you actually launch. Those are scary moments. I definitely had an issue. I was on support once at Optimizely where I caused some significant damage when I was on support. After I was there for maybe every engineer has this, or should, just the scar tissue. It was Optimizely. I was probably 2 weeks in, and I was on support, and all of the services started to fall over, and that was
oh my God,
not a fun. It was like 2-3 in the morning, and nobody else was online.
That's terrifying.
And it was, to come back from that took a few weeks. I had to present in front of the whole company about what I did, and that was not so fun.
Wow. When did you start working? What was your first job?
I mean,
the very first one, like that somebody gave you money for.
Oh, I had a paper round, a spine-crushing paper round that my parents.
I've done that too. I want to know.
Yeah, it was a free paper. I'm from the north of England, and it's pretty hilly where I'm from. So there was a lot of steep hills and frustrating like stairs to get up to people's places and things like that. But yeah, there was, I think it teaches you like you just need to get going.
Right.
You see that pile of papers stacked in a room somewhere because these were free papers that
Yeah,
just
it's
turned up
daunting.
at some day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to wake up and do that. But I'm gonna set off. I'm gonna do a few of these things, and eventually wake up tomorrow and do this.
What's your favorite non-professional job? Like the one that you just did and you just loved it because you had like great mates that you worked with, or it was, I don't know, it was a thing that you look forward to. Not saying you don't look forward to this, but I'm just curious about younger Michael.
Like things I enjoyed outside of
No,
work, or just
no, as a job that you would do, like you would just be like, oh man, I can't wait to go flip burgers or pour pints or toss a guy on his ear or like, you know what I mean? Like I know nothing about you, so I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, I did enjoy being outside. Like engineering doesn't often take you outdoors.
Yeah.
You're kind of tethered to a desk at all times. Uh, I mean, I've really liked, like through Fanfare and through previous startups, you get to work in areas that you're less comfortable, that you know less than like engineering, for example.
Right.
And you find yourself really enjoying some aspects that you had no idea that you would be either good at or you would enjoy. So some of the creative aspects, like putting together marketing material and putting together like videos demonstrating certain things, like
Right.
all of those creative tasks take me out of focusing deeply on a thing and been a little bit more expansive. So I've always liked graphics work and graphical work,
Interesting.
and it's nice to be able to explore that in some way. I'm not particularly great at it. It's definitely going to take me a lot longer than most people who know how to do this would take, but I really enjoy doing it.
I'm really digging the Fanfare visual identity. I have to tell you, like
Thank
that
you.
it feels currently retro. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I like that feel. I think neutro. I've heard people
Neutral. Oh my
neutro.
god, yes.
Yeah, like new but
Interesting.
old, retro,
Yeah, I
but
wish I coined that
modern.
term. Damn it.
Yeah. I mean, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's we've gone through cycles, and we've
Yeah.
settled on something that we like the look of.
Yeah, that's
We
good.
actually
It's
cycled through
friendly.
names. So Fanfare is the name that we settled on actually a few months ago when we
And
went
it's
through a
brilliant,
rebrand.
honestly. Like
I appreciate it.
it says everything that it needs to say already. And I love the .io. Like that's a big tell for me as well, that it's not just a it's not vapor. It's like it's real. I always feel real to me. It's like there's some thought behind them.
Yeah, there's some tech behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the name. I think there's also the fandom part of it.
Totally.
Fairness.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's all kinds of things mixed in there.
Yeah,
That's
well
helpful
done.
to us.
Damn, I wish I was on that account. Son of a gun. um, tell me about your day today. Like you're in LA.
That's right.
And were you so just really quick? And I don't want to spend any time on it. Were you affected by the fires last summer? Or
I wasn't directly affected.
Okay, good.
We had people from the team who took themselves out of San Francisco, just kids inhaling. All of that stuff is no good. So took themselves away.
Good.
Yeah, I'm in Playa Vista. So
okay. So what is a Playa Vista? I'm okay. Inside my mind's eye, I feel that it's away from the coast. It's probably interior a little bit more.
There's it's like 10, 15 minutes away.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like a little desert, a little green.
Yeah, it's a weird bubble, actually.
Yeah, okay.
It's a strange, like it's a tech. Like there's a Google building just down the road. It used to be like a Howard Hughes place, like the Spruce Goose. If you remember that giant seaplane, the Howard Hughes. That was made just down the road.
So okay, so and again, I'm just making this up. So if I'm wrong, just go with me. But I imagine that you're out there going for a walk every day, as you do. I don't know that you do that, but maybe you do. And you're just I don't know, letting the stuff release, and you're trying to just ground yourself and think about what happens next without thinking about what happens next, but think about you're in a Zen moment, and you're thinking to yourself, Michael Dodsworth, you're thinking, this is the one thing that I wish the world knew. What is that thing that you just wish everybody on the planet just, oh my God, would you just understand this already? What's that for you?
I mean, there's a few of those.
Well, you can have as many as you want. It doesn't have to be just one. Like I used to do the top 5 things, but that seemed a lot for some people. So I scaled it back.
Yeah, I mean, I think, when I started this, you are kind of deluged with advice, help, self-help, like the 10 things that you should do if you want to, like those kind of posts. Just it's unending. And I think the advice I would give, and I think this is something that's generally helpful, is just, past a certain point, probably in your 20s, you're pretty much set. And you can change things, like you can improve on things for sure.
Yeah.
But it's good to just understand you, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. I think, doing this, you get moments where you're tired, it's stressful, and you need to take some time off. Like knowing where that is for you, and knowing how to break yourself out of something is really important. And it's not the thing that you'll see online or the thing you'll read in a book. It's not like, just go for a run. Like maybe it's playing Mario Kart for you. Like just find that thing that works for you and do that. Like you don't have to follow anything that you see in other places. Like everyone's unique. So that's, I think, a really important lesson that has really helped me, because you do feel compelled to do those things, and you force yourself, like almost against your will, to do things that don't seem to help. And I think once you finally accept playing Mario Kart is the right thing for me to do in these moments, you'll feel a lot better. Like for me, just going for a drive, even though I'm in LA,
that seems like counterintuitive.
Yeah, just sitting in traffic for some reason, just taking myself
carbon monoxide.
That's right. Just being aggressive in a car really takes me out of the stress I'm in. But yeah, for some reason that really helps. I don't know what it is, but yeah, like little things like that
amazing.
Can save you a lot of stress and pain.
I love it. Thank you for that. What else? You said there's a couple things. If there's a second thing that you wish people knew, what would that be?
Yeah, I think I see a lot of concern, especially around some of the changes happening with AI. Like I speak to a lot of engineers, a lot of engineering leaders, and there's a lot of concern there. And I think there's also a lot of promise. And I think, there's a lot of opportunities for people who kind of embrace this stuff to take advantage of it and maybe find a path on their own or with a small group that probably wasn't open to them a little while ago. And I think, just seeing the opportunity and not just seeing the risk associated with some of these things is a real big switch of mindset that I think helps people.
Yeah. What do you think about vibe coding?
I mean, if you enjoy it, all good. I think is one of the things I wish people did more was try and use the tooling to understand a thing.
Right.
Because it also helps with that too. It's like a really good tutor.
Yeah.
You can dig into things at your own level, at your oin pace.
Yeah.
If you have a question about a thing, you can dig into it a little bit more.
Because of my eldest son, he got me involved in AI like a long time ago. 2020, he's been hounding me to like get involved. And I'll just cut to the chase, is that probably in the last 2 years, I got really into it. I used to do coding, but it dropped off for me back in 1999, 2001, right? Like I was OG internet 1.0. And I got into, I guess, vibe coding with Cursor. And and I guess because I have some knowledge ahead of time of what the code is and why it works and why it doesn't work and how we connect to databases and stuff like that, it was a pretty short on-ramp for me. But I'm absolutely enthralled by how quickly you can iterate ideas and like build this stuff. Like it is something that honestly, it's a superpower, and yeah, I'm just thrilled by it. So it's cool to hear.
That's exciting. Yeah, I feel like there's so many problems where, if you were, let's say you're working at a large company and you have some spare time, you have some ideas, you have some particular thing that really frustrates you,
Yeah.
but it's not a huge problem,
Yeah.
right? It's never going to be the next large company,
Yeah.
but maybe it's going to be something that gives you a little bit of income and just can supplement what you have. You probably wouldn't have taken those on before because it would have taken all of your free time.
Sure.
It would have taken you a few months, in the 1.0 days. Like you're racking and stacking servers, you're going through that pain. Like you're not taking that stuff on.
Yeah.
Right now, like you could take that on for sure. Like maybe it's a few thousand users you get over a while, but still providing function.
Do it outside of work so they can't own it.
Absolutely.
That's my
get
note.
A new laptop outside of work.
I will tell me about Lancashire Hot Pot versus Pan Haggerty.
Don't eat either. Actually, no, that's not right. I it's a stereotype to.
Oh,
really
I didn't mean to stereotype this. Yeah.
But... Oh no. I'm reinforcing my own stereotype here. Uh-huh. Fish and chips has been something that, like, it's on my Apple TV. Like occasionally, a picture I took of fish and chips,
like wrapped in the paper.
Murgatroyd. Oh, it was this giant fish. It's got curry sauce in there because I'm northern, and that's a northern thing.
Yeah.
And I get real cravings for those kind of things. So I don't miss my mom's cooking for sure.
You don't?
Oh no. No, it's like austerity cooking. It's like we're not still in World War II. We don't have to beat the steak until it's paper thin and then cook it until it's just like boot leather. All of the vegetables growing up tasted kind of the same.
Is it because they just got boiled?
Yeah, I remember going to a place and having a real steak once. It was thick. It was medium rare.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is why people like steak.
Ah, interesting.
It's not something you have to chew for 20 minutes.
Have you ever made Yorkshire pudding?
Of course.
Okay, so what is the secret? Because I've made it, because I grew up on that. Like roast beef in Yorkshire was a staple in our house. And my mom makes them, oh my God, like perfectly every time. And there's something about the fat at the temperature that you drop the thing in. So what's the secret?
Yeah, I think I throw a bit of duck fat in there.
Okay.
To most things, I put duck fat in there. And then just, make sure the oil is hot, because if you put it into the cold mix, bad things will happen. So that definitely helps for me. I wouldn't say I'm an expert at making Yorkshire puddings. I've definitely made a fair few to mixed success, but that's always the successful ones have always had that in there.
All right. Dark ale or lager?
Dark ale for me, all the way.
All right.
Yeah, just struggle to find anything but IPAs where I am right now. But
oh yeah, we got to come to Calgary. We got you.
You go. Okay, I should take a trip.
Yeah, come on up.
Dark ale.
Welcome.
Dark ale tour.
Dark ale tour. Yeah, the Rocky Mountain Dark Ale tour. What is a Scott Dodsworth guilty pleasure? What's the thing that you do just for you?
Yeah, interesting. Guilty pleasure for me. I mean, we talked about my horrendous taste in music before we got on here. So I think it's listening to 80s classic, not so good music, like just the nostalgia.
Yeah,
I think is a guilty pleasure for me.
Okay,
it is. Yeah. It is. What else? Like driving for some reason, I think I mentioned like it calms me down.
Yeah,
but going karting and things like that.
Oh yeah,
is a guilty pleasure. Just any kind of racing or any kind of put a steering wheel in my hands, I seem to just relax.
Yeah, I feel that. Have you ever ridden a motorcycle?
I have a motorcycle, yeah.
What have you got?
I've got an R3. It's been sat there for a while. I really should move on and get rid of it. It's fun, but it's also, people are kind of distracted. in LA, so I don't feel all that safe.
Well, I mean,
riding around.
it moves quick.
It does.
So
It
there's that.
does.
Because I was be like, hey man, I've got like a Suzuki C90T, which is like this big 1500 cruiser that's for sale. If you want, I'll drive it down.
Can you fit any ale on board?
Of course. I mean, you got the beer helmet, and then you've got the saddlebags.
All legal. Sounds good.
It's fine. It's LA.
Yeah, it's good fun. I think I was going through a little maybe crisis a few years ago, and decided this is the thing I'm going to learn.
Oh, good for you.
But it doesn't have the same relaxation as driving, especially in LA. It doesn't.
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't feel like a super relaxing thing to do.
Yeah. Are you footballer or rugby?
Mixture, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't really follow football. Like, I'm a Leeds United fan.
Yeah.
Which is a painful thing to do most of the time. Like, I think we won in '88, and since then it's been not so good. But yeah, I'm more of a Formula One, actually.
Shut the front door.
Back to driving again.
Okay, so what about the new movie that came out? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
With Brad Pitt?
I haven't seen it. I've been watching all the videos.
Yeah.
You know, behind the scenes footage with all the
so
people.
You are a car guy.
Yeah, I am a car guy.
Yeah.
I'm just realizing going through this conversation maybe more than I realized.
So I did a article on this is years ago when it first came out. It was the oh shit, what's it called? It was like a 3-wheel motorcycle. You think I'd remember? I might have to edit this for myself. But a Spider. That's what it was. So this 2 wheels in the front, 1 wheel in the back, and so I'm a biker guy, and so I got given this bike for the day, and I got to write an article on it, and I got to ride it and just learn all about it. And what I loved about it is it felt like open wheel kart racing, which I also love. Like, it was just so freaking cool that you're just like, it just felt like you're in it. But it wasn't a motorcycle. So
yeah, maybe that's the ticket.
That could be for you.
Yeah.
Can-Am Spider. That's what it is.
Can-Am Spider.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look that shit up.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah, and then there's the Slingshot as well, which is
I've heard of those.
Yeah, the Batmobile version.
Someone in this building definitely has one. I can see there's one that drives around occasionally.
It's like more like a car than a motorcycle. Can-Am Spider is more like a motorcycle on a race car.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely roads, like once you get out of the 405 and you go up into the hills, where you head up PCH, some beautiful country.
Love it. What's your favorite movie? What's your go-to movie?
My go-to movie?
Yeah.
I mean, there's some guilty pleasures in there too. Like, I love a low-budget, terrible action movie. Like
Remo Williams kind of
like Time Cop, I guess, is high budget for this, but we went on a whole tour of those terrible, like, Miami Heat and things like that. I love those because they're just ridiculous.
Yeah. Great one-liners.
There's a movie, Samurai Cop. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend. It's fantastic because the main actor in that film has this amazing long hair. And when they started filming, he had this amazing long hair. And then they finished, they wrapped up. He went off to do something else. He had to shave all his hair off. And then he had to come back and do some
pickups,
additional pieces.
Oh no.
But it turned out there was quite a lot to do. And they just chose the cheapest wig you have ever seen, and it falls off in fight scenes.
No.
It's incredible just to kind of like see the switch happen in different scenes. Highly 5 stars. Highly recommend.
I love this. I love it. Oh my God.
Yeah, those movies, I love those. I mean, Alien is always peak for me.
That is not low budget and is awesome.
Yeah, that's again, my brother is on the hook for a lot of this, but he would show me movies that I were way too young to see. And I grew up with with Alien, with
oh my god,
I love that
Predator.
Predator too.
I was in LA, and actually somebody who was on this show, that'd be like 2 years ago, I guess. Alec Gillis from Studio ADI is one of the like he owns Studio ADI. He like did the Predator. He worked on Alien, and the conversations about how to make that come to life, like holy hell, so cool.
Yeah, I remember going to a conference, and one of the people there was responsible for the graphics for when they're coming into the planet, and you see that it's tracing, and it has these vector graphics, and that was it for me. Like, okay, you are going to get poked at by me for the entire night. You're not going to be able to leave your seat. Yeah, I love that movie so much.
Yeah, love it. Did you know that Sigourney Weaver wore Reeboks?
I did not know. Like Reebok.
Like the Reebok
pumps.
The Reebok trainers. Reebok like from their aerobics.
Huh.
Yeah.
I feel like pumps would have been a good choice. Just before she's running away, there's a whole scene where she's just she's pumping up the tongue.
No, no, I don't think those are pumps in those days. Those are just the aerobic shoes, and she bought them herself, from what I understand. And like they had just come out. Anyway, weird trivia.
So many things about that movie I love.
Here's the thing. You've done a lot of stuff in your life, and you will do a lot more. And you have all these lessons that you've sort of built up. And because now I know that you're an engineer, and engineers are fiercely logical and pragmatic, although you do have a wild side. What I'm wondering is, if you had advice for, well, we call them rebels in waiting, people who are about to do a thing, or people about to do the next thing. What advice would you give to those rebels to help them on their way?
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of focusing on the process and just incrementally doing a thing. Again, that's from engineering for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it applies to so much. There's a great documentary that I always recommend to people, which is Touching the Void, because there's this moment where he talks about it's horrific what they go through in that movie, but essentially he has to get down this mountain with incredible pain and with a leg that is not 100%, put it mildly.
Yeah.
And the way he does this is he focuses on like the next boulder to get to, the next stone to get to. Like he's not concentrating on, getting to base camp, because that seems intractable. He's never going to get there. It's insurmountable. But he just, 10 meters in front of me, there's a boulder. I'm just going to dedicate myself to getting there. And I feel like that's,
holy shit.
Again, that's a really important thing that I see a lot of people talk about motivation and, pushing, and not much about just the discipline of just showing up, doing the thing, and learning, and just going through the process and going through the motions. Because I think that becomes more important when you're taking something on that seems impossible.
Wow.
Like the momentum gets you going for sure.
Yeah.
But then, there's just going to be moments where you just need to grind through a thing.
It just comes down to
just
grit.
Need to show up. It does.
Mm-hmm.
It does. So I think, I saw someone post, results are in the discipline, not in the motivation, I think.
Yes. Yep. That's why we scroll through shit. Motivation, but we're not doing anything.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, that stuff falls away pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like you get excited for a thing, and then you're 2 years into it. Like that motivation has somewhat left you. What's left is just the belief that you'll get there.
The next boulder.
And just showing up. Absolutely, the next boulder.
Yeah. Oh, Michael, this has been extraordinary. Thank you so much for taking time with us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm looking forward to that ale heading my way.
Come north, my friend.
Come north? Okay, done.
All right. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. Hey, if you're an artist, scientist, entrepreneur, or business owner who wants a smooth and proven method to find, shape, and share your story with the world, head on over to brandjitsu.com and order a copy of my book, Brand Jitsu, Move Your Brand from Meh to Memorable. I've been your host, Michael Dargie, and this has been the Rebel Rebel Podcast. It's a podcast for creative rebels and entrepreneurs all over the world. And hey, if you're a rebel or you know a rebel, head on over to the RebelRebelPodcast.com and fill out the guest request form. Thanks so much for listening. Until next time.